It's Friday night in Las Vegas, and the WWE has taken over the Strip for WrestleMania week. We are coming to you live. Friday Night SmackDown got us started, and we are right across the street at the Dolby Live Theater as we get set for one of the biggest nights on the WWE calendar, the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame induction. It's all going on inside the Dolby Live Theater. We're taking a look right now. Jackie Redmond alongside Peter Rosenberg on the red carpet where all of WWE's biggest stars, they are glitz, they are glam, they are already walking. We are going to talk to as many as we possibly can. But Peter, first of all, let's just talk about what a great night this is.
It's one of my favorite nights on the calendar. I can't believe we're already back here a year later, and what an incredible class we have. As someone who just grew up watching WWE on TV every week, I love getting to celebrate the history, and that is what tonight is all about.
It really is, and I'm a big speech girl. I love a good speech. I'm an easy crier. I cry very easily.
You know you're crying during Steph's speech tonight.
I'm ready to go. Oh, Stephanie McMahon, are you kidding me?
I know how you feel about her.
I will feel all of the emotions when it comes to Stephanie McMahon, as many of us will. She headlines tonight's class, but let's bring in the third member of our team, our friend, our colleague, Big E, who is on the stage, I believe. Big E, what's good?
Oh, not too much. I am just here on the stage at the Dolby Live Theater where at the top of the hour, it is all going down. And I have to say, as a WWE superstar, you hope and pray that one day when it's all said and done, when your career is over, that you have built something worthy of being honored here at the Hall of Fame. And, you know, for me, it is so incredible to see contemporaries, people that I was blessed enough to share a locker room with, like AJ Styles, get his flowers. But I also love, as a 90s baby, getting to see Dennis Rodman commemorated here, getting also to see Bad News Brown, Psycho Sid. I love that we get to honor so many of these legends. I can't wait for everything going down here tonight.
Us either. I got to tell you, I saw Dennis Rodman backstage. The aura still off the charts. It's unbelievable, actually.
That is still Dennis Rodman, for sure.
Dennis Rodman still has a lot of swag, as they say. But let's take a look at tonight's class. As we have mentioned, Rosenberg, it is headlined by the one, the only Stephanie McMahon.
Absolutely. The reason I love this year's class, because it has so many different things. You have Stephanie, who's such an icon for so many women and so many people who love WWE. But AJ Styles, one of the greatest in-ring technicians of all time. Bad News Brown, sometimes under-celebrated. He was so great, did so much incredible stuff in Calgary with Stu Hart and Stampede. And then, of course, in WWE, you could talk about Psycho Sid and Demolition all day long, but there you see her, of course, Stephanie McMahon.
The living legend. And you know what? People don't talk enough about how instrumental she has been on shaping careers backstage. Truly one of the greatest to ever do it.
Oh, and there's bad news. Notoriously tough. This is a guy who supposedly was willing to shoot the fair one with Andre the Giant.
Look, man, Demolition, we were so honored to break a record they had that stood for 20 years. We grew up in the New Day loving Demolition.
And then, of course, a lot of talk about celebrities this year. When Dennis Rodman got with the NWO as big as it got, and you talk about Big E, that immortal moment can't get bigger than Hogan and Andre.
This body slam was heard around the world.
And there he is. The man loves slamming people and softball. Psycho Sid is going to be a Hall of Famer.
Talk about the prototype for a pro wrestler, that's Psycho Sid.
And there he is, the phenomenal one. Big E, for years we thought he might never even make it to WWE, and now he's a Hall of Famer.
A legend in TNA, a legend in WWE, absolutely deserved here tonight.
An incredible class, and we are less than an hour away from that ceremony getting underway. But the red carpet action has begun. Carmelo and Kaylani joining us, looking fantastic. No surprise there. I love that. Is this velvet?
It is velvet. I see we're all on the same page here. What you got on? Who you got on?
Oh, this would be proper cloth.
Ah, okay.
You know,
light for this occasion.
It's a little something.
Okay.
Guys, what does it mean? First of all, your first time walking this carpet together as an engaged couple. What does this feel like, Kaylani?
Yes.
Well, we were just talking about it. It kind of feels like prom.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like prom.
Yeah, it's like when we were leaving, we were like, it feels like we're going like to prom. So it feels like prom, a special night, but we're really happy to be here.
And you look at this class, Carmelo. I mean, who pops for you? Who are you excited to hear tonight? What they have to say after receiving such a huge honor?
Hey, the sneak one I want to hear is Dennis Rodman. I'm looking forward to that one. But of course, the fan in me, I want to hear AJ Styles. I do want to hear Stephanie McMahon as well. I'm looking forward to the whole thing, but I think Dennis Rodman is going to be one that's going to entertain a lot of people.
Have either of you guys gotten to get any sort of sage advice or learn anything from AJ Styles while you've gotten to be on the roster?
Yes, so I honestly look up to AJ. He's like one of my mentors, and when I was starting at the Performance Center, he really just like helped me a lot in the ring, but also more so the mental side of it and just understanding the psychology and the business side of things. And I would say even when I did my first Rumble, like literally a few months ago, he just really encouraged me and told me to like take those risks, go out there, believe in yourself, and you can do it. So I would say AJ Styles for me.
Yeah, there's a reason he is one of the most respected men in WWE. A huge honor for AJ Styles tonight. You guys enjoy the rest of the red carpet. You look amazing. Make sure you get that prom photo, okay, as we send it back over to Big E elsewhere on the red carpet.
I am here with Danhausen and his lovely, lovely wife. Danhausen, this is your very first WrestleMania week as a WWE superstar. How's it been?
It has been very busy, very, very busy, but that's a great problem to have. I can see the Miz from here, so I'm having a bad time right now. Yes, but it's been great. There's been Danhausen faces everywhere, all over. Danhausen got his own blimp. Danhausen's a Hall of Famer. As you can see, I'm walking the red carpet right now. You agree, yeah?
Yes, I do. You are a Hall of Famer. Please don't curse me.
Yeah, see, Big E has confirmed it, so it is true, and yeah.
Are there any honorees here tonight that are in jeopardy of being cursed by you?
Oh, honorees. Does that mean people who are getting in it with me?
Yes.
Oh, no, because I love Demolition. They're great friends of Danhausen. Stephanie McMahon, legend. AJ Styles, legend. We got so many, Dennis Rodman, is it Bad News Brown? We've got Sid Vicious, well, that was one of his names. Psycho Sid. No, they're all safe.
That's good to know. Thank you so much, Danhausen. Enjoy your evening.
Goodbye.
Jackie, back to you.
Well,
We're about to get bouncy over here. That's what we're about to do. Javon Evans, what's good?
What's up? What's up with y'all? Y'all good? Y'all good?
well, are we good? How do you feel, the young kid, first WrestleMania, walking the red carpet at the Hall of Fame? What are the emotions for the bouncy one right now?
Right now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm nervous. No cap. I'm not even gonna play. I'm nervous. You know what I mean? This is my first WrestleMania, but I'm also blessed. You know what I mean? I'm very excited to say that my first WrestleMania match was at the age of 21 and a ladder match for a championship with ballers. You know what I mean? Including Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. You know what I mean? That's fire.
That is a fact. You are in there with the Hall of Famer.
And you've had the privilege of sharing a locker room with AJ Styles over these last few months. What has that experience been like for you?
It's been wild. You know what I mean? I always say this, but like the people that I grew up watching are people that now I have connections with. You know what I mean? Now I can reach out to them and try to be the best wrestler out here. You know, get advice. You feel me? So it's great that I'm able to do that and call AJ Styles a coach, a mentor.
And particularly someone like AJ, because one of the things that obviously everyone talks about you, besides your incredible charisma, is the athleticism. And, your ability to fly. AJ, on that phenomenal elbow, he's sort of one of the true flyers in this business who's not only is he incredibly athletic, but he's so precise. How much do you admire just sort of his in-ring work?
All right, bro, come on now. AJ Styles is literally like top 3 ever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how old OG is, but he kind of OG now. You know what I mean? He's still moving like he a young OG. You feel me? So, bro, it's crazy, man. And, I've seen how his work has developed. You know what I mean? So it's I don't know, it's wild. I heard he passing out moves, though. You feel me? So that phenomenal form.
Now, by the way, that would look pretty good on the young OG.
Man, I'm just saying. I don't know.
Listen, that's a tease and a half. That's going to get the WWE Universe very excited, Javon. But listen, we love you. You have done such an amazing job since coming up to the main roster. You're just getting started. I can't wait to see what you do next, man. I really can't. You're the best.
Have fun this weekend.
Oh, we'll do.
Enjoy it. As we say bye to Javon Evans, let's go over to Big E, who is standing by with one of tonight's hosts.
That's right.
The Miz.
That's right. I'm here with a couple future WWE Hall of Famers, The Miz, and the reason we're really all here to speak to Maurice, if I'm being honest.
Couldn't agree with you more. I am just trying to keep my composure. I just saw Danhausen, and he is very, very lucky that this is the Hall of Fame, and we are honoring the people that have paved the way for us, and so I'm going to keep my composure, keep calm, and relax. She actually got me, to tone it down.
You seem nervous. You don't seem composed at all.
Not nervous at all. There is no curse.
We're just trying to not step out of character. That's the thing. That's the truth.
We're proper.
We're proper. We're classy. We don't do things like that.
Of course.
It's our weddings.
Right. Oh, you did. You married some people.
I married some people, yes, and then I was going to renew my vows because my wife surprised me, and Danhausen ruined it. So that is why I'm a little upset.
Okay, I'm very sorry to hear that. I'm curious, who are you excited to see inducted here tonight?
Stephanie. Steph. What?
Stephanie McMahon, Demolition. When I was a kid growing up, I painted my face just like them. I loved painted faces. I love those. I just love the Demolition. So I'm excited to see them get inducted. I'm excited to host. It is truly an honor and privilege to literally be here, not only on the red carpet, but be out there and to induct these amazing, amazing people.
Maurice, Miz, thank you very much. Enjoy your night. Jackie, back to you.
Well, it's back to me, Big E. I am here with one of the inductees tonight. This is such a cool moment.
It is.
Joined by the great Dennis Rodman. Dennis, you played such an integral part in WCW and that whole NWO story. What does it mean to you to see all of that work honored tonight and to go into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Well, one, born back in Vegas. I'm so proud of you back in Vegas, but it's amazing that, you know, how this whole system about the, you know, the wrestling world, stuff like that. It is just amazing these people came out. I think I'm at the Oscars.
Right? It feels like it, right?
I'm at the Oscars. I'm wearing this kind of stuff like this. I'm like, whoa.
You're Dennis Rodman. I think you can wear whatever you want.
I just came out the WWE and NWO closet. Yes. Closet.
Did you have any idea when you were doing what you were doing, which is crazy, by the way, you're on the best team in the world, and as we all saw in The Last Dance, you're leaving the playoffs to come do Nitros. Did you have any idea how legendary what you were doing at the time would be?
Well, I just think Phil Jackson let me do what I want to do because sometimes I get frustrated because I got bored. And I'll say, can I go to Vegas? He says, make sure it's 2 days. 4 days later, 4 days later, I'm at Nitro having a ball, but guess what, dude? I came back, we won a basketball game and the match.
Hey, you know what? The best coaches know that every player has to be coached different. So he obviously knew what you needed to be as successful as possible. When you think about like your time in wrestling, like what is the first or maybe your most favorite memory? What is it for you?
My favorite moment is, you know, I just want to say something to all the world before I go on stage, guys. I'll probably crack up. I love the fact what they did for Hulk Hogan today. I love that. I almost fell out of my chair. I said, God, it took them so long to do this. And congratulations, Nick, your family. Oh my God, Hulk, we love you. Miss you so much. See, I'm trying to crack them now.
I understand it, man. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Have fun tonight.
Dennis Rodman, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Wow. The legend, the worm, Dennis Rodman.
I mean, first of all, what a story from Dennis Rodman about being told 2 days, and it's like, I'm going to take 4, though.
Yeah, you know, Dennis was going to do what Dennis was going to do, but it worked out. The Bulls won the championship. He became a wrestling legend. We all won for him.
Listen, all's well that ends well.
That's right.
As they say. Did you see the bling on his hand as well? It's Dennis Rodman.
That's the greatest rebounder of all time, Jackie.
I'm glad you were standing next to him and not me.
I am so
you
upset
look
about
shorter
this.
than me. All right, Big E, I hear you're with Truth.
I'm going to do my best to get through this interview without cracking up, but I am with the living legend, R-Truth, and I'm already failing at this. Rod, how's your week been so far?
My week's been fantastic, dog. How have your week been?
My week's been good, too. This is the most formal you have ever been with me.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you big old E, big old E.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it dearly. Is there anyone that you're really excited to see here tonight honored?
Definitely Stephanie McMahon. AJ Styles. I mean, AJ go way back, man. Like, everybody that's on that list I want to see, dog. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gives a moment or gives a feel and time in history in professional wrestling.
Do you ever, I'm not trying to push you out the door, but do you ever give thought to what your own Hall of Fame moment, induction moment will look like and who you want to induct you one day?
I have, man, but the list is long. I don't know who I would have. Road Dogg's in that, definitely, you know what I'm saying? Road Dogg, Miz, Kofi, Lil Jimmy, my older brother John Cena. Like, so many people, man, I don't know.
I think Lil Jimmy could be a difficult one because he didn't really do a lot of talking. I don't know how that would work.
He does a lot of talking. He don't know when to stop talking.
Okay, I guess we just don't hear it. That's the issue. That's the problem, apparently.
I'm appalled.
Appalled?
Appalled.
You are impalled. You are always indeed impalled. Well, R-Truth, as always, it has been an honor and a pleasure and a little bit confusing as well talking to you. But thank you so much for your time. Aren't we all? Jackie and Peter, take it away.
Well, listen, someone that knows how confusing R-Truth can be is Damian Priest, who joins us with the beautiful Lola Vice. Guys, how's it going?
It's going great, and I'm very excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I keep talking about how I'm such a speech girl. Is there someone that you're looking forward to hearing tonight, what they have to say?
Ooh, I mean, I'm very curious to see what Dennis Rodman says. But no, I'm looking forward to, I mean, obviously Stephanie's and AJ's to me, like, looking forward to them being that I've known them personally and know them well and have a lot of love for them. I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited for everybody, but a little bit more partial to them.
Lola, any consideration to bringing the title with you tonight to walk?
I actually asked him, but I was like, I don't know, it's a little heavy. So I just left it at the room. But yeah, I'm really excited to be here to see Stephanie and be here as your NXT champion.
And that's what I was going to ask. Is Stephanie who you're most excited to see tonight?
Yeah, she actually was a huge reason why I signed with the WWE, but she's a beautiful person. I'm so excited for her.
Well, you guys, you know, we talk about Stephanie McMahon, the AJ Styles. Like, you've both spent quality time with both of them. Like, what is the biggest thing maybe you've learned from someone like AJ Styles or even Stephanie?
I mean, comfortness, like with AJ, you know, like his thing was always making sure that relax, be comfortable in your own skin, be comfortable going out there, take it all in. And because he was by far the smoothest person I've ever worked with. So.
In ring, you mean?
Yeah, that he was incredible. And with Stephanie, presentation. She was always on me with that, like just give me advice and be like, hey, when you do this, you don't have to make this face. You don't have to walk this way like a soldier. You can just let loose and be comfortable. And same thing, it's just her was more presentation, his was more in-ring.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. I learned a lot from the both of them.
Well, tonight is a night, it's so about like family and couples and these moments. I have to ask you, Priest, what was it like seeing Lola win the NXT championship?
It was...
Tell them the story.
Yeah.
Tell the story.
It was awesome. So, I mean, I was surprised. You know, I was sitting there in Gorilla, and I did not expect her to win because I had no idea. And so it was a nice surprise, and you know, anything can happen in a triple threat, right? But
anything can happen.
I was very happy. She has a video of me reacting, freaking out. I was very happy for her, very proud, and she deserves it.
She does.
And I saw she got a new walk-in closet,
I was about
too.
to say.
That was a nice little touch, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, that's a thing.
Congrats on the walk-in closet as well.
Congrats on the walk-in closet as well. All right, it looks beautiful. You guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the night. Always good to see you both.
Thanks, guys. All right.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Oh,
listen,
excuse me.
Here.
The greatest of all time.
John Cena.
John Cena is here and walking the carpet.
I know. You think we can get him?
I feel like he's stopping and talking to people,
try.
so I hope we should. I think we should.
I think we should try it too. We can see him.
I can see him literally standing next to us. If Tommy can't get us John Cena, Tommy's our guy who's wrangling people for us, and if he cannot get us John Cena, I'm going to be very upset.
I have a good feeling that we can do it. John Cena here, of course, to celebrate all of tonight's inductees, but also playing the role of host this weekend at WrestleMania as well. So we'll be seeing a little bit of John Cena this weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is very, very exciting. But of course, tonight's headline is Stephanie McMahon, someone that I think we all really look up to and admire, and someone who I don't think gets enough credit for everything that she still does behind the scenes. She is so dialed in to the product, and she's always giving different people different advice. Let's take a look back at some of her finer moments in WWE.
Bow down to your queen, me!
Being born into WWE is one thing. Becoming one of the greatest on-screen performers is another.
She broke down barriers as a female before it was cool to do.
I'm doing things my way, and it feels good.
We are just about 25 minutes away from the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony getting underway, but we are just getting started here in Las Vegas. Of course, tomorrow, WrestleMania Night 1 kicks off with the countdown show at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern, and then same deal on Sunday. Let's check in with Big E on the red carpet.
Well, I am blessed to be here with a very, very beautiful and very jacked couple. I'm here with SmackDown GM Nick Aldis and his lovely, lovely wife, the legend, Mickie James. Mickie, how you feeling?
So good. I'm so good.
I'd love to know, we have a lot of incredible honorees here tonight. Are there any particular talent that you two are excited to see? Nick, I'll start with you.
Well, for me, obviously, the AJ Styles is such an important part of my career. We go back a long way with our careers in TNA, and so for me, it was very important to be here to honor AJ tonight. But everybody here is a legend, and I love being at the Hall of Fame. It's one of my favorite times of the year. It's like you honor the people that paved the way. But for me in particular, yes, like to be here for AJ's big night and to be able to acknowledge all the contributions he made to the industry and to me personally, it's very important.
And Mickie?
You know what? Obviously, AJ, just because he's so important in our careers, but I just saw Stephanie backstage, and I got weepy just chatting with her in the moment because I'm so excited. It's so well deserved, and I think back to like all the history that she made as a talent, and then now just for women and all of us kicking butt. So I'm really excited, and I was emotional. It's crazy.
And Mickie, obviously you have done so much in your career. Do you ever think about that moment of when you're finally honored and how you'd like that all to go down?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I think it's such a massive honor when you think to even be included in that realm. I know, one day, and I think I would just be equally nervous as to what to even say, because how can you wrap up your career in one night in one conversation? So, yeah.
Well, I know you are absolutely beloved, and I eagerly await that day. Nick Aldis, Mickie James, thank you so much. Enjoy your night. Peter, Jackie, take it away.
E, thank you so much. It is all happening here on the red carpet at the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. There is CM Punk getting his photos. He's looking dapper tonight, CM Punk.
Sure
I wonder
is.
if AJ picked out that suit or not. I don't know if she often picks out his outfits, but he's looking good. And there is Stephanie McMahon looking like an absolute vision as she gets set to headline the 2026 Hall of Fame class. And of course, one of the greatest of all time, John Cena.
Yes, and I've been
shaking hands.
Yeah, and I'm like awkwardly lurking and staring.
Are you?
Yeah, you can't tell?
You awkward?
Yeah,
Never.
excuse me. I'm staring at the man to see if we can get him over here to chat with us in a second. But it was very interesting seeing CM Punk like that. You don't usually see glamour shot CM Punk. Suited, booted.
Ready to go.
Yeah, posing for photos. It's all happening.
The hair looks good.
No, the hair looks good. Speaking of hair that looks good, one of the great heads of hair in all of the business today.
Come on, I got help though.
But it still counts.
Hi, John. Good to see you.
Thank you, Doc Anderson. Right on. What a hell of an introduction.
It was our last conversation. Was a detailed one.
Indeed, yes it was. Yes it was.
How does it feel to be back but retired?
Dude, so much less stress. I got to tell you, honestly, like I walked into the T-Mobile today for SmackDown. I did some stuff for Club WWE. Man, it was great. Like, I got a second to say hi to people. I wasn't worried about any of the normal WrestleMania pressure. This is fun. This is fun.
Still sounds like you work here slightly.
No, man, I told you, I still do work.
Right, it's your life.
The job is not the pressure of like, hey, the main event of WrestleMania falls on your shoulders.
Right.
It is, I'm the host. Like, if I suck, WrestleMania can still be great.
That's a great.
Well, listen, I don't think you are going to suck, but
with the intention to suck.
Of course, never.
But man, the toughest burden to bear is when you suck ending the show.
If Roman and Punk deliver,
I've been there.
If Roman and Punk deliver, they won't go. But John's jokes were just really
host. Yikes.
But you know what? You raised such a good point in talking about time. Just having a little bit of time to embrace each interaction a little bit more without the stress of the event and the performance. At what point in your career were you really able to kind of embrace the moment and actually live like where your feet were?
So as far as being present, that was something that people, like that was a through line through retirement. Everybody's like, hey, make sure you take this in. My rebuttal to that was like, have you never watched my stuff? I'm like the most present guy in the business. I'm present all the time. But the preparation to be present is unfathomable. You work constantly to make sure your material is polished so you can go out there once the music hits, once those trumpet hits, you go out there and talk to Stu and like be present. Like I've always been present every second in the ring, and that's a tribute to the mentors who taught me the business. because they were the, hey, let's call it out there, kid type of folks.
Right.
So you had to be present or you wouldn't hear what they were trying to say.
At this point, we know so much about your history with AJ and with Stephanie. Who else on this list jumps out at you that you're excited about seeing go into the Hall of Fame tonight?
Man, Bad News Brown always scares me. It scared me as a kid.
I know, right?
Like he was always like a legit tough and a legit tough guy as well too. So like it's good to know that yes, I had fear as a kid, but my judgment as a youth was correct.
Considering the story is he supposedly told a bus to stop and was ready to fight Andre the Giant. That is the story people tell.
Yeah, and like a legitimate shooter, like a legitimate tough guy. Very, very happy to see that.
Anyone's speech you're looking forward to tonight? Are you a crier when you listen to people talk about?
I am okay being vulnerable. Man, I gotta say, AJ means a lot to me. Stephanie obviously means a lot to me. I've been able to express multiple times to Stephanie that she has been there for me with the advice I needed at the time. I needed it, and she don't even like remember that stuff. But she's been a through line in my career. She heard me rapping on the bus.
The whole thing.
Like, the Doctor of Thugonomics doesn't happen without
What
Stephanie.
was Stephanie McMahon's first reaction to you rapping?
She's like, how do you remember all that? And I'm like, no, it's just freestyle. You kind of like just make it up and hope the next thing rhymes. She's like, can you freestyle on me? And I cut a little freestyle on her. She's literally like, you want to do that on TV? And I went from being fired to
worked out
sitting
pretty
here
good.
on the Hall of Fame carpet hosting WrestleMania. So, I mean, she's very influential. AJ's truly special to me, and the only match I watched back from the retirement tour was me and him in Australia, and I bawled my eyes out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well,
So
listen.
I'm very excited for him tonight.
I think we.
Am I a
a
crier?
sentiment-
I'm already like dusting up right
Yeah. Well, you can tell just based on your emotion right now how much AJ Styles means to you and how much you enjoyed working with him. So,
I just like seeing guys finally get a shot and do well. Like, no BS, when AJ debuted at the Rumble and he had his thing with Chris, he was there, but it was like, what's going on? And then he got me, and the rest is history. And I'm so glad he's been a success everywhere he's stepped foot. And that says it's a testament to who he is and the performer he is. And
I have a hunch. I saw AJ earlier today. I have a hunch we're going to hear a bit about John Cena when AJ speaks tonight, because I know how strongly he feels about you.
I'll be the dude crying in the seat.
Well, that would be a new meme from you for the Hall of Fame, because there's an old classic meme of you at the Hall of Fame.
Immediately. Well, listen, John.
Crying meme. You bastards. Yeah, we can do that. It's live. I get one.
And on that note, thank you so much for the time, and enjoy the rest
Always
of
a
the
pleasure.
night. I
Thank you,
really
guys. Keep up
appreciate
the
it.
great work.
Thank you, man.
I'm sorry I didn't tackle you or anything this time.
No, we're good. We're good. Appreciate you, buddy.
John, thank you so much.
All right, you want to send it over to Big E?
I think we should. Let's
All right.
check in.
What you got, E?
I am here with La Primera herself. You've had just the most incredible year. How excited are you? How has your week been this WrestleMania week coming in as world champion?
Amazing. So busy, but I can't complain. It's really good week. The meet and greet with the fans, all the energy they give me, it's really good.
I actually had a chance to meet some fans from Chile, but seeing the amount of international fans that are so excited to see you defend your title at WrestleMania is really, really special. It's really incredible. Is there anyone here tonight that is being inducted? Anyone that you're excited to see go into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, sure. Stephanie, of course. She is. She represents the women power. So I don't know. She deserves, and I'm really excited for that.
Well, all the best to you, Stephanie, in defending your title at WrestleMania. Have an incredible time tonight. We are so blessed to have you. Thank you so much. Back to you, Peter and Jackie.
All right, well, we are here with the man who last year was the man of the hour. This year, he's next to the woman of the hour.
First husband of the hour?
That's exactly right. How does it feel? I can already see in your face, compared to when I saw you walking towards that statue last year. You look like a different sort of relaxed this year.
Yeah, you know, one, I'm almost more proud here seeing Steph go in than it was for me. Last year was a little hectic, and you know, while I was walking the red carpet, my speech was not anywhere near at all even formed. So, you know, I was just looking to get back so I could have something written out a little bit, so I had a template of something. You know, this is my favorite night of the year, though. I'm such a big believer in your past. You have to honor and acknowledge your past in order to have it matter where you're going in the future, to me. And I think that's what this is. It's a wonderful night. For Steph, obviously, it's a huge night for me because of that. But, you know, for AJ Styles, for Demolition, for, you know, for so many people that to see them get that honor again and that moment back in the sun is an incredible thing.
Have you heard Stephanie's speech already, or is this going to be a surprise for you too?
I've heard a version of
Okay.
it, though she did not read any of the parts she said that had to do anything with me. So I've not
Okay.
heard any of that part. I've also not seen any of the videos, which normally is my job to go through and approve and at least have a say within all of that stuff. They kept me out of it this year so that I could see it and be, you know, seeing it for the first
Have
time.
a
with
raw
everybody.
reaction
Yes.
in real time.
Yeah.
Oh
So
man, I look
it'll
forward
be
to that.
incredible, yeah.
Let me ask you about Dennis Rodman. We just had him coming down the carpet. It's like, why do you think he was such a perfect fit at the time that he was such a perfect fit?
You know, when you're a fan of what we do, which he was, and you're that level of eccentric, I don't know what the right word is for that.
An enigma, yeah, just a.
Yeah. You know, in a way, it's almost like he should have been in our business, not playing basketball.
Yeah,
It would have made more sense almost. Right?
Almost, yeah. When you look at him, you're like, oh, yeah, he's definitely a, you know, WWE superstar, not a basketball player in the NBA. He was beyond loud and vibrant and, you know, just crazy, larger than life. To be honest, I think probably our business had to tone him down some.
Which is the opposite of what you tell most superstars, which is take your personality and like turn it up.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
know.
maybe take it down a notch.
Yeah, he was from a generation prior to that with the Iron Sheik, and you had to tone him down to be on TV. Rodman was the same. But, you know, through this process and calling him to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, it's the most I've really ever been around him and spoken to him. He's just a wonderful man, too, and which is a great thing to see the true person inside of there. And he does love our business, and he loved it so much to the point, I mean, you know, there's a famous story about him missing practice in the playoffs to go to Nitro. That's just who he is. And I think this means a lot to him, and it's cool to see.
Enjoy being the man next to the woman tonight.
Yeah. It's my
relaxing a bit.
Congratulations.
We're going to send it down to
Smart
Big
man,
E.
smart man.
We're going to send it over to Big E, who's with a couple of other legendary women in the business.
I was going to say, there's a very short list of active WWE superstars who are also in the Hall of Fame, and I am with a couple of those. And I am talking to Nikki and Brie. Before we get into tonight's festivities, I must say, I look down and I do see the walking boot, unfortunately. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You know, I'm just getting that extra rest in so I could be really ready for tomorrow. Ready to go win those tag titles.
So you're saying tomorrow is still on?
Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm here.
Of course.
I would never leave Bree's side ever. Ever. I'm still in it. I'm still there tomorrow, and we're gonna go win those tag titles.
The Bella Twins are unstoppable. Nothing stops us. We're used to obstacles, and we overcome everything.
Yes.
That you do. You know, I can take a guess as far as, you know, possible inductees that you're really excited about. Maybe Stephanie McMahon has been someone who's been pretty influential in your career?
Heck yes. When we heard Stephanie was getting inducted, we were so excited. And now just being here in Las Vegas, seeing Stephanie, it feels really special. I think she's probably been one of my faves for so long because of what she's done for women. Stephanie's incredible career. I mean, SummerSlam, can we talk about Brie versus Steph? Yeah.
You know, and the thing is we all saw how talented Stephanie was out there in that ring. But something that Nikki and I got to see backstage was how she was as a mother. I'll never forget after our SummerSlam match when I came back and her little girls, like it gives me goosebumps, how they were looking at her. And Stephanie and I got some times to talk, and when she would tell me like her favorite thing to do was making them pancakes. And then Nikki and I were at this really cool event that was for all these business women, and Stephanie spoke to all of them. And I just remember I left there being like, oh my gosh, like she's great at everything. Every room she walks into, she owns. Every time she speaks, she leaves you feeling inspired. So from the ring, from outside of the ring, Stephanie McMahon, she is like the baddest woman on the planet, you know? So I have to say, I know someone else thinks they are, but she really is.
Yeah.
And I think what's really amazing, too, is seeing how many mothers that we have who are still doing it, who are active. I think when you guys first started, I don't know if there were that many, but in many ways, you guys have paved the way, so it's really beautiful to see.
Oh, thank you. Goes to you, Bree. Thank you for paving that way, honestly.
Oh my gosh, it's tough when you're a mom and you're trying to balance motherhood and your career, but we've all found a way to do it here at WWE, and it's awesome.
Well, Bree, Nikki, thank you very much. I'm going to kick it over to Peter and Jackie, who have a very tall Scottish man that they're about to interview.
An incredibly tall Scottish man. I'm going to try to stand as far up as I can. Drew
Not going to make you look taller.
No, and that doesn't help either, Drew. Drew McIntyre and his lovely bride by his side. How are you, my friend?
Absolutely marvelous. I got to have the night off at SmackDown. I spent it in my hotel room. I watched what Jacob had to say.
What'd you think of that?
I mean, I replied instantly online because I don't need a script what I'm going to say. He did not top anything I said from my hotel room on a bed, but he said what he had to say. He was in the police car. I was laughing because after I beat him tomorrow, he's going to screw up like he's always screwed up in his life. He's going to end up back in the Slammer, and one of his many, many, many kids, when he eventually make it to WWE, will be sponging off them. So, yeah, good luck tomorrow, Jacob.
Okay.
Wait, let me I've got a quote for you. This is a good one. This is a good
He's
one.
not done.
There's been so many kids. There's so many damn family members, those fattoos. They're all willing to wear spandex. None of them's willing to wear latex. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
She loves us.
No, I can tell she's into it.
Be married to me.
Oh, what a dream. All right, can we go to the Hall of Fame for a second? Who are you most excited to see inducted tonight?
Everybody. I genuinely am. I put this outfit on tonight because I could have stayed in bed, enjoyed the night, but I do respect my peers. I respect those that paved the way. And the reason we're standing on top of the shoulders of giants is because of these people right now. The reason we're so big right now is because of many people that are involved tonight. Like the Demolitions of the world. AJ, obviously a younger member, but AJ is someone I looked up to. I always harass him and say, AJ, I bought your Best of AJ DVD when I was 16, not to make me feel old. And Stephanie is someone I've always admired, not just on screen, but backstage. I just told her there. I used to watch her all the community events, every environment she was put in. She just was phenomenal. And I told my wife in 2020 when I was doing so much media, if I can ever be a tenth as good as Stephanie, the way she adapts to every environment, then I know I'm doing well.
Is it the adaptability you think that impresses you most with her? Like, there's nothing she can't handle, right?
There's literally nothing she can't do. She's always been a force driving the women forward, and look where they're at today. But just me personally as a guy, I've literally always watched her and always just been so inspired by her. And she is long overdue going in the Hall of Fame.
All right, well, Drew, we appreciate the time. Thank you as well. You look beautiful. Enjoy the night, and yeah, that's all I can say. You might have the moment of the night. Yeah, good luck. Good luck.
Come on. Good luck.
We're going to turn it over to Big E elsewhere on the red carpet with CM Punk and AJ Lee.
Well, I'm here with a beautiful couple that we know very, very well, CM Punk and AJ Lee. If I told you 5 years ago, sorry, it should have been AJ Lee and CM Punk. I was saving the best for last. That was my thought pattern. That's my fault. If I asked you 5 years ago, if I told you 5 years ago that you would be here on the red carpet at the WWE Hall of Fame, what would you have said?
I said, what are you smoking?
I would have said it's about time they inducted AJ Lee into the Hall of Fame. Those sons of...
I am eagerly awaiting that day. If I can get an invite to that ceremony, I'd be very, very appreciative.
I feel like you'll be working it.
We'll see if they still keep me around. We'll see how this night goes. It's up in the air. Is there anyone in particular that you were excited to see go into the Hall of Fame tonight?
Stephanie. I'm here for Stephanie. I feel like I'm going to be sitting with a bunch of the ladies, and we're all like ready to sob into each other's hair.
AJ Styles, obviously. I would wrestle in rec centers and barns with him back in the early 2000s. To see him go into the Hall of Fame, I think is it's going to be a special night. I think Dennis Rodman induction speech, or if he actually says anything, could be a calamity. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. The car crash aspect. Super stoked about Demolition. Bad news. This is my favorite night of the year.
I love that. And speaking of Stephanie, I will have to say my fondest memory of Stephanie is when you and I hatched the scheme to get one over on Celeste, on Caitlyn, and Stephanie was walking me through how to swoon, how to make Caitlyn swoon, and you were there. Yes. That's my favorite Stephanie moment.
Yeah, that was a special day because I remember her specifically sort of warning us that the crowd was not going to
be into women speaking and to be prepared for them to be like, what, the whole time. And she was very much trying to be like realistic and prepare us. And then like we killed it and they didn't do that 1 second. And just to see where the division has evolved since then, and she's still, you know, helping guide it is really cool.
Well, I have to thank the two of you for being here, whether we get an S show or not with Dennis Rodman induction. I'm excited to see whatever we get. So thank you both very much. Enjoy your nights. Thank you. Back to Peter and Jackie.
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much. This is a live look inside the Dolby Live Theater. We are under 5 minutes away from getting the 2026 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony underway, and we are joined by absolute royalty, actually, in 2026. Becky Lynch and Seth freaking Rollins. You look, both of you, but you especially, look unbelievable.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It looks like you guys could be renewing your vows tonight. That's what it looks like.
It is Las Vegas.
It is Las Vegas, yeah. And the person who married us is here.
That's true.
Yeah.
Johnny G, shout out.
We can do it all.
He's here. I think it still like stands, right? He's still a rabbi. I think he can still do it.
I think it still counts.
We got
You're
it.
good.
Right on. Let's go.
Do you guys, when you look at a night like this where Triple H is going to see Stephanie go into the Hall of Fame, does it cross your mind to think about what it's going to be like, inevitably, when the greatest of all time, and it's not just me that says it, goes into the Hall of Fame? Or can you even think about what that's going to be like for you to see that moment?
Well, I hadn't thought of it until you mentioned it now. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. She's a first ballot headliner, Hall of Famer, no question. But now I'm kind of getting like goosebumps thinking about it. Yeah, that's pretty incredible. It's really special, and it's, you know, hopefully it's a ways away. But yeah, man, that's going to be so cool to see her go in and get that ring.
I guess we could ask the same question right back to you.
Yeah, I mean, it again, inevitable.
Yeah,
maybe you could go in on the same night.
I just wanted to talk to a couple of my favorite people here. You all look beautiful, per usual. Shout out to Troy. Is this a Troy look?
Troy, King Troy, of course, yes.
We were just talking about when invariably, just like Big E actually, these two head to the Hall of Fame. It could end up being the same night. You never know. I mean,
I think that would be cool.
You know, we might need to.
Come on, there's only one first woman to main event WrestleMania. No offense, Biggie, I love you. You know, Iowa Hawkeye legend, Hawkeye to Hawkeye, I get that, but come on, there's only one, you know what I mean? She's a one of one, baby.
Well, you are one of one, so I want to hear your thoughts, Becky, on Stephanie McMahon going in and kind of what you admire about her.
Oh, I love Stephanie. Oh, who wants to get
We have so many mics here.
Give me the mic. She's amazing. She's incredible. She's what an inspiration as a woman, but as a leader, the way she conducts herself in this business, the way when you talk to her, she gives you that eye contact, makes you feel like you're the only person in the room. What she's done in this business is amazing on screen, but what she's done off screen for the women and everybody else. She's amazing.
And a great hugger. What a hugger.
And what a hugger.
She does give a good hug,
What a
actually.
hugger.
Phenomenal hugger.
A great mother, an inspiration as a mother, as a woman. You know, as I watch my wife and admire what she does, Stephanie with 3 daughters as well, being as successful and incredible as an inspiration to women, not just in our industry, but across the world. It's really something to behold.
Yeah, she is deserving of that headline tonight for sure. You guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy the night. We don't want to make you late, so enjoy the evening.
And I'll be
Thank
looking
you
for my
chatting with
coffee
us.
to be delivered to the room,
We'll
please.
get your ammo. We'll get your
I need that ammo.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Thank you.
I don't drink coffee, but thank you very much.
Decaf? You do a decaf. You got to do a decaf for your friends.
Well, I'm working on them. Thank you so much, Becky. We appreciate it.
reason that the New Day turned on you. Just don't.
Well, that was unnecessary.
I'll tell you one thing. Becky Lynch got me into the cortados.
They love coffee, these people. It's time for the Hall of Fame.
It is. We are seconds away from the 2026 WWE